Hey everybody, welcome to the first inaugural Zack Attack Awards inaugural ceremony that we're going to be having every year. But this is the nominations. You'll be tuning into the live stream next Monday at 7 p.m. as I go live to tell you who I think should win. Yes, the Oscars is coming up, but the Zack Attack Awards are the most important. You guys know that in the Zack Attack Nation. So let's do this. I'm not going to waste any of your time. Let's get into the categories. Starting off with Best Visual Effects. The nominees are Blue Beetle, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Mission Impossible 7, Dead Reckoning Part 1, The Creator, Dungeons and Dragons, and Godzilla Minus One. If I gotta say so myself, that is a very, very strong category. Anyone could win way better than what the Oscars have.
What did he say?
Nominees for Best Film Editing: Anatomy of a Fall, Mission Impossible 7, Extraction 2, Beau is Afraid, The Creator, and Asteroid City. Ooh, that goes hard. It goes hard.
Nice.
Best Costume Design: The Iron Claw, Barbie, Killers of the Flower Moon, Poor Things, Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and The Holdovers. No snubbing the Iron Claw here. Best Makeup and Hairstyling: Maestro, Priscilla, Poor Things, Sick of Myself, Evil Dead Rise, and The Creator. Looking real good, looking real strong. I don't know what the Oscars are doing, but the Zack Attack Awards knows what makeup and hairstyling looks like. Best Cinematography: John Wick Chapter 4, Saltburn, Poor Things, Killers of the Flower Moon, El Conde, and Maestro. This is the peak of the best looking films of the year. There's tons of great looking films every year, but these are the ones that wowed me the most. And I'm excited to hear your thoughts down below about all these awards that we've gotten so far and your prediction.
Make your dreams.
Oh my god, is he out there again?
Hey, didn't I tell you yesterday I was calling the cops?
Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it!
Best Production Design: Barbie, Asteroid City, Poor Things, Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, Saltburn, and The Creator. All those movies have very unique production design that brings their stories to life. Let me know in the comments below which one that you enjoyed the most. I already know my winner, obviously. Best Sound, meaning the best use of sound in film, I would go with Godzilla Minus One, Oppenheimer, No One Will Save You, Maestro, The Zone of Interest, and The Creator. Yeah, I had to throw a big swing in there, a movie that got no recognition at all, but this is my award show, so I'm going to talk about things that I like.
Boo this man!
Best Song: What Was I Made For by Billie Eilish, I'm Just Ken by Ryan Gosling, Peaches by Jack Black, Metro Boomin, A$AP Rocky and Rose, Am I Dreaming, Murder on the Dance Floor by Sophie Ellis-Bextor, and The Dog Days Are Over by Florence and the Machine. I know the Oscars don't like to put songs that already were created in this, but these are my awards. And if you were a song in a movie, whether it was an original song or a song that they licensed, you will qualify for this award. And I think these are the best 6 songs in any movie that really caught me emotionally. Let me know what your favorite songs that you heard in 2023 in a movie. Best Original Score: Oppenheimer, Poor Things, Across the Spider-Verse, Killers of the Flower Moon, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, and Wonka. Wonka deserves all the love. No, don't know why he's getting snubbed. Timothée Chalamet, Supremacy. Best Casting: this is giving an award to the best casting director, the people who put together the best cast in any movie this year. And the nominees are Oppenheimer, Killers of the Flower Moon, They Clone Tyrone, Joyride, Dungeons and Dragons, and Bottom. There's a bunch of categories that the Oscars have that I don't really pay attention to, like the shorts and the documentary categories and some of the technical aspects that I don't really know about. So I decided to swap them out for things that make sense to me, and this is one of the new ones that I think they should add in the real Oscars. Best Breakout Performance. So this category goes to someone that is their first film they've ever been in, or if they have been on film before, it's been a minor role, maybe in a movie short or on Broadway, but this is their breakout role. This is going to go to Dominic Sessa, The Holdovers, Abby Ryder Fortson, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, Milo Mikado Grainer from Anatomy of a Fall, Tom Bliff, The Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, Sophie Wilde from Talk to Me, and Madeline Nuno Royas from The Creator. This might be the hardest category that I had to put together so far. I really like the idea of a breakout performance for the Oscars, and I think that the Zack Attack Awards is bringing you what you want, these young bloods that's going to be making waves for the next couple of years. And yeah, I don't know who's gonna win just yet, but we'll find out next week. Best First Feature. This award is for the person with their first full feature length in 2023, excluding obviously shorts or short films. The first movie that went into theaters that is almost 2 hours or above 2 hours. So that's gonna go to Adele Lim for Joyride, Core Jefferson for American Fiction, Rain Allen Miller for Rye Lane, Kyle Edward Ball for Skinamarink, Dana Filippi and Michael Filippi for Talk to Me, and Nita Manzoor for Polite Society. When I was looking up the list for all the people who had their first feature, there was so many great first feature directors in 2023. We have a lot of new blood coming in, doing a lot of creative stuff. These are the ones that I saw that were the best, and there were some people that I had to leave off because I'm only doing 6 nominations for each category, except for a few ones that you're gonna see later on. And yeah, I really enjoyed all these movies a lot. Some of them were in my top 10 of the year. Best voice acting. This goes to the best voice acting I heard in an animated movie or a semi-animated role in a movie this year, and that's going to go to Shamik Moore from Spider-Verse, Will Ferrell from Strays, Jackie Chan from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, Chloe Grace Moretz from Nimona, Leah Lewis from Elemental, and Chris Pratt for Super Mario Brothers. Who would have thought Chris Pratt would be getting nominated for a voice actor role after everyone was so mad that he got pushed as Mario? But he did a great job, and I think everybody here has done a great job. It's going to be a really tough race to do. I really love a lot of these performances a lot, and there were some people I had to leave off as well. Let me know in the comments down below, what was your favorite performance as an animated character or someone voicing a character, it doesn't have to be animated, that you saw last year in 2023. Another category I added that I think that every award ceremony should have is Best Stunt Work / Choreography. John Wick Chapter 4, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, Gran Turismo, Extraction 2, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and a very underrated film that not a lot of people are talking about, Sisu. This is also another hard category to get. There's some films on here that has some really great fight scenes or really great set pieces that I had to leave off, but these are the 6 films that I thought exemplified the best of the best in 2023, and I'm excited to tell you guys who the winner is. And next week on Monday, I'm really excited to celebrate the stunt actors who really bring these action films and certain indie films to life. Now we get into the big main categories. We're getting Best Animated Feature. This is going to be Super Mario Brothers movie, Elemental, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, Nimona, Suzume, and Across the Spider-Verse. Not gonna lie, this was a really great year for animation, a really solid animation lineup we had. I had to leave off a couple like The Boy and the Heron, Wish, and a few others that I saw that I really are like the missing. But yeah, I really enjoyed these 6. You could kind of know, like, if you've been around on my channel, what's gonna be the winner here. But I'm really here to celebrate all the animation that we've been getting lately, and I'm really happy about all the nominees here. Best Adapted Screenplay. This is a screenplay that was adapted from source material, even though I feel like Barbie is an original one, but the Academy has said that it's adapted because Barbie has existed for so many years. So I'm putting it on this list. So Best Adapted Screenplay is Barbie, Poor Things, Oppenheimer, American Fiction, Across the Spider-Verse, and The Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I think this is a really strong adapted screenplay. I think it's even stronger than the one we're getting in the Oscars. I think I did a good job on this one, and I'm not too sure yet who's gonna win. Drop in the comments down below who you're rooting for Best Adapted Screenplay. It might influence my vote. Best Original Screenplay, this means it didn't come from any source material. That's gonna be Beau's Afraid, Dream Scenario, They Clone Tyrone, The Holdovers, Anatomy of the Fall, and Bottoms. I'm really glad to get Bottoms on here. There has been a rise in R-rated comedies coming, and I think that was one of the good ones from last year. And they really need to start giving comedies the due and the shine that they have. I have Joyride on here so far. I have Strays getting some love, and now Bottoms. And I really want to make sure that everyone understands comedy is important. What was your favorite comedy from last year? Best Supporting Actress: Natalie Portman, May December; Danielle Brooks, The Color Purple. I know this is going to be controversial, but Lily Gladstone from The Killers of the Flower Moon. I didn't feel like she was a lead. I felt like she was more of a supporting actor. Mariana Trevino, A Man Called Otto. Alyssa Sutherland in Evil Dead Rise, and Rachel McAdams in Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. I know. Devine Joy Randolph snub. I get it. I really enjoyed The Holdovers. I enjoy her performance in that film, but the 6 nominees here just impacted me more in 2023, and I'm excited to see who you guys think are going to win from this category here. And obviously drop the snubs for each category down below, who you think that I left out that should have been in. Even some unexpected surprises that you think might happen. Best Supporting Actor: Mark Ruffalo, Poor Things; Sterling K. Brown, American Fiction; Jamie Foxx, They Clone Tyrone; Glenn Howerton in Blackberry; Ryan Gosling in Barbie; and Charles Melton in May December. I think this is just a beautiful lineup of supporting actors, super strong. Obviously, Robert De Niro and Robert Downey Jr. didn't make my list. I think they did a really good job, but I felt like I've seen those performances from those two before. They didn't impact me as much as these did, and I really like this as a strong category. I think Sterling K. Brown and Charles Melton are people who are not getting enough shine, and I just want to make sure I celebrate those performances that were unique from 2023. Best Actress: Emma Stone for Poor Things; Sandra Hüller for Anatomy of a Fall; Caitlin Dever for No One Will Save You; Margot Robbie for Barbie; Kaylee Spaney for Priscilla; and Christine Kuja Thorpe for Sick of Myself. Yeah, so this one is very different from most of the lineup for every other award season. These are some of the films that I saw in 2023 where leading actresses that gave really special performances that I really enjoyed. I think May December definitely deserves some love when it comes to their acting. You know, the story was weird, but the acting was really strong. So I wanted to make sure Natalie Portman got in there. And yeah, Margot Robbie, man, I think that she did something really great that is going unappreciated. So I want to make sure I highlight it here. Going Best Actor: Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer; Nicolas Cage for Dream Scenario; Joaquin Phoenix for Beau Was Afraid; Tom Hanks for A Man Called Otto; Jeffrey Wright for American Fiction; and Barry Keoghan for Saltburn. Yeah, so guys, what a great lineup of actors, some newish actors, some people that have been in the game for a long time. I'm really excited to hear your thoughts on the nominations for Best Actor this year, who you think is left out, and who you would add yourself. Best Director: Greta Gerwig for Barbie; no Barbie snubs going on here; Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer; Yorgos Lanthimos for Poor Things; Ari Aster for Beau Is Afraid; Takashi Yamazaki for Godzilla -1; and Justine Triet for Anatomy of a Fall. I know things like Zone of Interest was on here. I thought that movie was really well directed, but overall the editing and the pacing of the film kind of bored me, so I left that off here. And I think that the director of Godzilla -1 deserves a whole lot of credit for how he directed that film, because he took a lot of care into that film. So I wanted to highlight that, and we usually don't get Japanese or foreign directors on here that much, so we got multiple, so this was a really fun one to put together. Best Box Office Achievement: taking this away from the Golden Globes and adding this, but I do think that this is something that could be really special. This one is going to be saying about a movie that made history during the box office or did something really unexpected, and the nominees for this is Barbie, Taylor Swift Eras Tour movie, Five Nights at Freddy's, Oppenheimer, Elemental, and Anyone But You. All these films have done something different at the box office that other films haven't, either while it's making history in the R-rated category, or something where, like Barbie, it's the highest grossing female-led movie and directed movie of all time, and Oppenheimer being like a biopic that's the highest grossing biopic. Five Nights at Freddy's blowing off at the box office when people thought it was going to flop, and it was streaming on Peacock, and Taylor Swift making history by going straight to the distributor instead of or straight to the theaters instead of mixing with the distributor and making so much money. So I wanted to highlight these people who in the cinema who really helped the cinema, because that's really important. This is another one I added, and this is one of the first ones that's going to have 10 nominations, and that's going to be Best Scene. So that's going to be Oppenheimer: The Atomic Bomb Goes Off; Mission Impossible 7: The Train Car Escape; Across the Spider-Verse: Miles Finds Out; Bottoms: The All-Out Brawl; Talk to Me: The Final Scene; Asteroid City: Alien First Appearance; Extraction 2: Prison Escape; Barbie: Turning Into a Woman; Anatomy of a Fall: The Courtroom Argument; John Wick Chapter 4: Dragon Breath Shotgun Scene. There were so many amazing scenes in 2023. It was really hard to pick just 10. I was originally like, every category is 6, because I add one more than the Oscars do, because it's just really hard to only pick 5. And I was like, I can't just pick 6 scenes. This is too much. I'm gonna pick 10. And even when I was doing that, I was like, oh my God, there's like 10 more I want to do. So drop down in the comments down below, what are your favorite scenes that you can remember from 2023 that really left an impact on you, that deserves to be highlighted? And I think this is something that other award shows should definitely pick up on, because sometimes one scene can change a whole movie. Best International Feature. This also has 10 nominations. I did this because a lot of these films are not going to be getting the love that it deserves from the Oscars or other films, or even through my categories itself. So I wanted to get as much as I can. Anatomy of a Fall from France, Godzilla Minus One from Japan, Talk to Me from Australia, Society of Snow from Spain, When Evil Lurks from Argentina, Rye Lane from the UK, Missing from Spain, Kill Bakusan from Japan, Saltburn from the UK, and Passages from the UK. This is a really strong category. This could have been a best picture category in any year that didn't have the 10 that I have here already. I really like or love a lot of these films, and it's gonna be really hard to pick a winner, but I wanna know what you guys think is gonna win out of this. What's your predictions? And also, what's your favorite international film you saw in 2023? And here comes the big one, the big daddy himself, best picture. And the nominees are Oppenheimer, Poor Things, Bo's Afraid, Across the Spider-Verse, Dream Scenario, Barbie, They Clone Tyrone, Anatomy of Fall, Saltburn, and Bottoms. I think I have a really cool, unique lineup of films here. I wish I would have gotten maybe like a more of an action-y film in here, like a Mission Impossible, John Wick. But when I was looking at my Letterboxd, they were kind of lower on my list in terms of enjoyability. But I really enjoyed these 10. I think that they're a great 10. I think they exemplify the year that I saw in 2023. I really want to know what your 10 are, what you think about my 10, and what you think about all my nominees. Drop all your predictions down below and let me know. Really excited to hear all your thoughts. Thank you for joining me for the announcement of the nominations for the Zack Attack Awards, and join me live Monday the 11th at 7 p.m. as I go on my live stream, and I'm going to live say who the winners are. It's going to be really fun. You can participate and joke and laugh and talk about who was snubbed, and we can just celebrate 2023 because I think it was an all-time kind of year. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, attack that subscribe button, join the Zack Attack Nation, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified for my reviews, reactions, live discussions, and much more. You can watch more of my content right now.